I will take you for a walk, my friend, and I want to share with you a few thoughts and feelings about why old souls are avoiding people. If for your whole life you've been feeling like you don't like much company around you, because most people are just disturbing your field, like you like to think deeply, you like to be creative, you like to analyze life from deeper levels, going beneath the superficial existence, and you like to understand everything so you can feel more. So therefore you love to spend more time in nature and you feel very in tune with nature. You understand animals, you understand plants, you understand trees. But because most other people never understood that part of you, you felt misunderstood. And because you felt misunderstood, you often thought there's something wrong with you. And because you thought there's something wrong with you, you never felt like you belonged to this world. So you felt your real home is somewhere else and you've been kind of forcefully placed here, and therefore it's hard for you to find maybe real company or maybe same-hearted people. Well, if that's you, then most probably you've been avoiding people, and there's a huge reason for that. And that's something I want to talk to you today. You're an old soul, my friend, and it's important to embrace that. It's important to acknowledge that. So what does it mean to be an old soul? Well, it's not something that people just made up. It's been present in all ancient traditions, in all shamanic practices, in all indigenous spiritual practices. People who had a sight into, the deeper essence of life, the shamans, the teachers, the mystics, the masters, they could see in eyes of others the level of their awareness, of their consciousness. And the thing with old souls is that on the deep unconscious level, we decide to come, to incarnate to certain dimensions where we can be of service, where our presence can serve the energy grid of that certain time. On conscious level, those things are not maybe even in your awareness, but on deep unconscious level, you're actually doing a great work just by being, just by existing. But because the veil between the conscious and unconscious became so thin, your unconscious awareness and knowledge started interacting with your conscious mind. It started happening most probably to you in this life. And more we are evolving on this planet, more we feel like there's something strange happening. So there's a lot of this interaction between the unconscious parts of you and the conscious way of thinking that is causing you to feel even more confused, but now you have a bit more of understanding. And because other people have started acknowledging these parts of themselves and sharing them maybe online, you've recognized that you're not alone feeling this, which is a very good thing, because now you're finally realizing that there's nothing wrong with you. You're just on a very different frequency. Not to become maybe more superior to others, but just to understand that, if a radio is tuned into a certain frequency that most people are listening, but you're tuned into a certain other frequency that most people don't hear, it means that you will hear music that other people don't hear. And what other people are listening may not be your song, right? And that's you, my friend. That's why you've been avoiding other people, because people don't understand you, and that's okay. Maybe because of that you feel more lonely, like where are your people? Why you feel so different? So a big challenge when it comes to these things really is that you learn to go out of reactive mind and to really embrace these gifts of yours, whatever you found for yourself that they are. Because there may be a lot of anger inside of you, a lot of frustration due to this unsettling, chaotic world. So you may be so deeply attracted to whatever theories, whatever, what people call conspiracy theories, and all these things which can open your mind to very deep levels. But it may still feed you with anger and frustration, and therefore you will not be now just avoiding people, you will be also angry towards people, which is also okay to a certain degree. So you recognize that the world is truly messed up and it's okay for you to feel how you feel. But what's my job in this time right now is to teach people how to experience more harmony, more creativity, more playfulness, how to actually channel our gifts into some very productive, coherent, creative acts that can pull us into a greater alignment with the current evolution of consciousness that is happening. And well, it is our responsibility to do something like that. And if we accomplish it, well, we create a very beautiful life for ourselves, and suddenly life will start taking you towards the directions where you will be able to be of service to others, where you will actually be able to offer your wisdom, your ancient knowledge to people who are in need. So you will experience a very deep sense of purpose, of meaning, of drive for living better. And I feel it's very worth it to invest some time and energy into something like that. So you may be wondering, well, how can I do that? Where can I start? And that's a good question. So thank you for asking, my friend. Let me answer you. If you've been wondering, where can I start? So I'm an old soul. I feel a bit lost here because people are so mean or whatever. Well, you can start by asking questions. You can start by asking questions like, how can I be of service to others, rather than blaming people for the chaos in this world? How can I be of service to others? Be in touch with your heart, because your heart is widely open. That's why often you just wanted to help other people. And many times people mistaken your kindness for weakness, so they also misused you many times. So that's another reason why you have been avoiding people. But now your time has come to start trusting your heart. You see, that kindness of yours is like a gold in this world that is often lacking to be present when it is the most needed. And because you have it, it's like how to use resources the most wisely, right? You can have a lot of gold, but if you don't know how to use it, it will just stay somewhere hidden, right? But at the same time, you could maybe, well, invest it into something that would change the world. So it depends on how it is used. Your kindness could be hidden in your heart, or it could be used to save lives of others. Not to overdo it, not to overgive, not to be over-compassionate or over-kind, where people then misuse you, but to actually learn boundaries, learn courage, learn clarity. And those things can all be taught, and that's what I teach every single day, right? So if you find yourself at this point wondering how can I be of service to others, just know that you already are. You already are. Every time you interact with others, you are of service to others. And more you recognize this intentionally, like more you notice that intentionally actually you can be of service every time you interact with others, see how your life will start changing, how you will start attracting towards you people who need your help, people who love to be around you, and you will notice that you love to be around them, and suddenly your life will become a bit more social. Even though you like to avoid people because people may be so out of sync, you still love good company, right? You love deep conversations, you love to be of help to someone, and that's something you should nourish in order to keep balance inside of you. So when you become more intentional, like when you go outside, when you go into public, when you go into a grocery store, or when you go to the bank, or whatever you're doing, be intentional. Like, today my love will spark hearts of anyone I will interact, or today someone will ask me for help and I will be able to provide it, or today I will change someone's life, today my presence will change someone's future, or something like that. You will notice your power with intention is so incredible, and many times you don't use it because you're not aware of it, but when you start using it, you will become more creative with it. You can go deeper into it, like, how could I use my gifts as an old soul to maybe make a career, make a lifestyle, make abundant life out of it? And be aware of how signs start showing up to you. Because you will notice that when you really become serious about your gifts, and I mean serious, like you really embody integrity with it, like my ancestors guided me to here. All my lifetimes I've been through it, so I carry this wisdom. What if I would use it in a greater power? I know there's so many of you who've been asking these questions. I'm seeing you in the comments. I feel you. I know who you are. I see you, my friends. I've been asking these questions as well, you know? For my whole life, I felt like I have something to offer. And I always found myself in a position where people were opening up to me. Whatever I'm doing, I just naturally become like a mentor in that field. Every time the path just takes me to becoming a mentor, whatever I do. And people ask me for advice and so on. And you know, sometimes it's a lonely thing because sometimes you need an advice, but you're just surrounded with people who are seeking your advice. So if those things are happening to you, it means it is your mission, my friend. It is your mission to be of help to others. You see, in the past, those things were not happening like that because the time was not right yet. So many old souls in the past were just existing, and that was already fine. But now, as the energies have changed so much, now many old souls are actually seeking so much more. They're actually seeking to be in support, also consciously. They are actually overcoming the old wounds of the family tree, the DNA trauma that was present in their family. So they're now overcoming the family shame of being seen, of being heard. And they really seek to be seen, to be heard, to voice out the truth, to speak up, to share with the world the importance of self-expression, because people are so closed down and they feel the pain. You see, you've been also avoiding people because you feel the pain of the world. You feel the pain of other people. And you feel it because you are healing it, right? You only can heal what you feel. And when you feel the pain of the world, it means that you're already healing it. And sometimes, you know, it's like with any disease or with any condition, it's like we feel it and suppress it. We feel it and suppress it until we just can't suppress it anymore, and that's when we decide, okay, let's do something about it. Now when it comes to the pain of the world and the pain of society, well, it's impossible to suppress it anymore. Now you just feel, oh, I'm ready to heal this. And you heal it by being of service to others. That's the greatest possible healing, because when you lose yourself in the service to others, you actually find yourself. And when you share what is shameful to you, what is scary to you, what is painful to you, you liberate yourself from it. And you show others an example of what it means to overcome yourself. And every time you overcome yourself, you become a new self, right? So you actually don't become someone new, you become more of yourself. And every time we say, be renewed, you become more of the higher you, so that ancient wisdom can really embody and integrate in this flesh of yours. So you've been avoiding people because truly you've been avoiding this mission. You've been avoiding this mission, and that's completely okay. Don't blame yourself for that. Don't think you're too weak. Don't think you're too scared. You can rather look at this as like it was all a preparation. It was all a preparation. Living in a cocoon serves the process of transformation, until at some point you need to use all your strength to pump the blood into your wings and open the cocoon. That's what butterflies do when they are in cocoon, right? And if someone helps them to open the cocoon, they would die because they haven't developed the strength in their wings to fly. So you've been in the cocoon, and you've been maybe hiding from the world, and you've been wishing that someone will save you, that someone will come and just give you maybe money, or give you support, or give you this, or give you that, or give you a hug, or whatever. But you've recognized it was actually a preparation, because life would never take you through the journey you were not equipped to embark. Life would never take you through events you would not be wise enough to endure. So it means that you've been in a cocoon, and that's okay. It served you. But now you're slowly breaking free. And that's why you've been most probably feeling like it's time to stop avoiding people, and it's actually it's time to start interacting with the world with a new, renewed, deeper way. Like, start interacting with the world the way that you become of service to it. Start recognizing that you're not just helping others because you have some spiritual needs to fulfill. You're helping others because they are you. And therefore, every time you uplift someone, you also uplift yourself. And when you uplift yourself, you also uplift others. And that's what you're finding out. So I just felt today to share this with you, because I know there are so many of you out there that are feeling like this phase of your transition is over, and you came to the point where it's time to shine. It's time to shine, and in order to shine, you need to, well, what? Maybe turn on the candle. Maybe. So what can turn on the candle? Well, inspiration. What inspires you, my friend? What inspires you? There comes a time when you say no to everything else, then what inspires you? So you say yes to inspiration, and that's when you are truly moved, right? That's when you're moved. And then it's about discipline and focus to stay true to what inspires you. And if you can accomplish that, well, then a bright life is in front of you. Don't be perfect at it. but keep going. Yes, keep going. It's time to stop avoiding the world because it waits you. It waits you. I will leave you here. I hope you found a great value in today's message. I'm sending you lots of love from this beautiful place, and I want to say big thanks to everyone who is buying my art. I'm also an artist, a painter, and by buying my paintings, you're also supporting this mission, which I'm truly grateful to you. You will find many of my paintings that were, people would say, channeled. I say they were transmissioned. They came to me and I've allowed them to be created, something like that. So see which one resonates with you the most, and you will find prints of it which are more affordable, and you will also find original ones. So go and check out which one resonates with you the most. And well, thank you for buying. Also big thanks to everyone for joining our Patreon community. Both links are in the description of this video. On our Patreon you will find deep guided meditations you can do daily. You will find deep conversations, podcasts, and so much more. So go and check it out. Thank you so much for your support, and till next time, one love.